Hi. I know you can see me. Oh. Okay, so I'm outside of the house now because the video stopped all of a sudden. I didn't try to make it stop. I probably just hit a button. If you hit the wrong button, that's what happens. So I'm gonna take a little walk. It might be a little drizzly. I don't know. That's what they called it earlier, drizzling rain. It feels good, but if I get wet, I will be cold. The wind's blowing a little bit. The breeze, I guess I would call it a cool breeze. A cool breeze has come to visit. And the leaves on the trees are waving. They're all waving. And no, I'm not on any hallucinogenics, okay? I just like to play with that. But they are. The breeze is going all through the leaves and they're all waving. And my voice is not so great. I gotta quit swinging. Okay. I know, I figured out how not to do that. What I need to do is I need to take a drink of water and I gotta put you down. So that's what I need, is some kind of way to keep you afloat. Hold on. Okay. I'll have a few swallows of water. Oh. So I'm gonna go for a little walk. And I probably should leave my bottle because I can't really have it anyway, right? So I'll put it on the porch. And at least it'll be close at hand. I'm gonna walk on the pavement. See, as a child, we loved playing ball on pavement like that, you know. And there would be a hoop, a basketball hoop up there. But I don't know. I don't remember the sidewalks being. That's a nice sidewalk, really is. And the pavement goes, I mean, the part that's sloped down for vehicles to get out and not have to go over a curb goes, it's extended. Let's see. At least another 4 feet on this side, past the driveway. Then over here, quite a ways. Just enough room for my little car. Okay, so the sidewalk ends, not the sidewalk, but the driveway ends here. That goes over quite a ways. Kind of hard to see. I would almost, it would seem like I'm exaggerating, but I would almost say 10 feet. That's a good amount of space. Yes, my sister said she watched one of my videos and until I started talking to the trees. So, that's funny. I am a little on the strange side. Those trees are right up against the house. I hope their roots went down. You know, if you can get the roots to go way down and not stay up above, then you're okay. Like that tree right there. See how the trunk is right on the corner of the house. Can you see it? And so the same thing is over there. So as the trees grow, if they had trees all around, you know, then the house could grow up into the air with the trees. Gradual like. All of a sudden you got a tree house. Anyway, I'm just playing. I guess I could come show you these lions I talked about before. This is down the street and over, ow, across the street. Can you see the lions? They're cute. Now, I know people probably think I'm all weird. I'm taking video of their community. That house is cute. I hadn't really seen the when there's some, I'll show you from here, the different colors, how they go together, and it looks really pretty. Okay. Well, that might be that siding type stuff that looks like brick because this stuff is newer. In the old days, that would be brick. So I don't know if it is or if it isn't. And I should have brought my water, but then I'd have to put you down, and I don't want to do that. Can you see the little tree? You see all the branches waving. The gentle breeze, the gentle, cool breeze. But we're not in the mountains. I don't think. No, we're really close to the coast. But the coast up here is different. It's different than down there and across there. Hello, little tree. Well, I don't know. Wonder what kind of firm foundation their roots will get. I'm just watching in my head. I can see them grow. I was doing like the time machine. Oh, I bet Dad had a good trip. He's in Arizona. He got there this morning, I think. They got him all settled in his room. And Nathan and Melanie are gonna make it like home. And they've got a recliner to go down there. Anyway, they're taking care of business for Papa Bear, and I'm so glad. And he'll get to see his children, his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He hasn't really been able to do that. So I'm sure that'll be great. Gotta get up out of that bed, Papa Bear. He's got a problem with his leg. I think his leg and his foot too. That's causing him to not be able to, or not to want to do the physical therapy, I guess, His leg gave out on him. That's one of the reasons he fell. Plus he tripped over his feet. Because, when you cannot feel your feet, he could not feel his feet. So then you don't do too well in the walking department. And he was that's right, Nancy left. No, that's Nancy's street. Okay, I'm gonna go past it and then come back. Do, 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 do. Yeah. If I could have what I want, that would be nice. But I do need miracles. And you guys out there, don't be afraid to ask for a miracle. I need to talk to myself too, because sometimes we don't feel like we deserve them, you know, because I was stupid. But I still want a miracle. I don't want to go away. And if what she said, you know, that gave me a lot of hope, because she said I could live for years. Now, all the treatments I'm doing right now, which are not that many, I'm not going to have to do that all the time. But that's the cancer. The way I understand it is if the hormone blockers are working, it's keeping what the cancer wants away from it. It's not letting it get to it. So therefore, the cancer should die off. And as it dies off, there'll be kind of like holes where the cancer was. Maybe not kind of like, just holes. She said my bones would collapse on themselves. Okay, so that's why the infusions is building up, reinforcing, doing something with my bones. In the process, though, it's making my bones soft. So it's a weird little mix. I don't think I've taken my pills this morning, and I found that I missed the whole day's pills. I don't know how that happened. You know, you think about taking them and then you forget. And then you're off into a whole different part of the house and you just totally forget. You know, what's in front of my face is where I'm at. So what's some really great ideas for making money? I know, go to work. And I probably could. In this day and time, maybe they would hire a 70-year-old person who has cancer. No, most of them don't want to hire someone that they're going to have to replace. However, you just as well be prepared for that, because if you don't pay them good and give them a good job, you know, if things aren't just right, then you don't keep them anyway. You understand? So it really doesn't matter if it's me, like I just said, my age and the fact that I have cancer. But you know, a lot of people that are older get cancer. That's part of it. So maybe that's part of the dying process. I don't know. You know, where the timer shuts off, says, okay, you're done. No, there's people that live to be 100, and they might even live healthy and have their brain and not be in pain. And that rhymed. I have to do something to make me happy, guys. Oh. Okay, so when you plant grass, this is what it looks like. And they've got clover. This looks to me like new grass, but it's really sweet. I love the clover. And over there looks like what? Is that gladiolus? I cannot tell, but it looks, yes, it is. But anyway, look at the grass and how green the clovers are. So then we go down there and look for us a 4-leaf clover. Think we'll find one? I could use one. Okay. So serious. I don't know, maybe not serious. I just need to get it together. I got to put an ad together. Not just one, but many. I don't really want to go driving across the country. I just have to figure out how to do it from here. A remote job, that's what that means. Taking care of business from remote locations. I have already talked to a title company about drawing up contracts and deeds and stuff. You know, for the other person who's buying, who is untrusting, because, you know, it's true. You never know what you're dealing with. But there's nothing wrong with a quitclaim deed at all. But you can have the other deed drawn up by a title company, so that's nice to know. Okay, so I got all the figures on that, what it would cost. So if I do come up with a buyer, I'll know what I'm dealing with. Okay, so there's those trees again. I just like to show those giants. You know, and compared to some trees in the world, those are babies, right? I tell you what, if you haven't been in the Redwoods, oh, so sweet. And I did, and I probably told you guys this story. I had gone down to San Jose to pick up my daughter, and me and my roommate. Anyway, we were on our way back home. We were on the 101 highway going through the Redwoods, and we stopped. I'm not sure how, if there was a place on the side of the road or whatever, but I went into the woods. And I don't know how to describe it. So, you know, you're in this massive grove of redwood trees, and you look down at the ground, and there's all these little baby trees. You know, that they stood up about this tall out of the ground. A tiny redwood, okay? I was gonna get some of them babies. I was gonna dig some up and take them home. But I kept looking up at the trees, looking up into the sky at the top of the trees. And I'm going, no, I can't take their babies. Now, I probably wish I would have done it anyway, but that's what I was thinking, is no, I can't take their babies. It was just a trip, though. I could see that in artwork because I saw it, and I can remember it. So yeah, someone who could draw being in the woods, in the Redwoods. We got these side things. With all the little babies down below. You know, and then they probably had those long pine needles, I'm not sure. All I know is I loved it. And I didn't take any of the babies. So I was all worried about the babies and the mamas. And then you go into their gift shops and they're selling those little trees. So I wouldn't have been doing really anything wrong, except for taking their babies away. Do, 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 do. It is true, one never knows the sorrows in someone's heart and mind, their memories, their loneliness. You know, we only know about ourselves. Wow. I don't remember seeing those flowers on that bush. I'm going to have to just go check that out. What does it say? It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. But I want the real deal. Okay, so I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to show you these things. So I don't know if you can see it. So this is a bush full of all those things. And there's all these buds. All these buds that are going to bloom. Trip. Those are different, those leaves. That's a 3. Probably can't even see it. Anyway, there are 3. And there's a dead bud. I'm going to pull it right off. Maybe another one will grow, but you know, the weather is getting to where it is coming on winter. It will not be long. And so here I am. I got all these stupid appointments. They're not stupid, but what's the problem is that they have to be done here, and it stops me. In other words, I want to go, and I want to go and get back, and so there should be plenty of time. But then there's, if something happened, there should not be anything that happens though, because the car's in good shape. Just trying to figure out, and I haven't done it. I've got to call the licensing department and see. In Colorado, though, you have to have the car insured in order to license it. They're telling me that you don't have to do that here. So I'm hoping that's true. I'll have to figure out what it's going to cost to license it or even title it, because you gotta, I'm not sure if you have to do that with titling, but you have to pay sales tax. So you might have to when the title exchanges. So I'll have to pay sales tax on the car. Just trying to figure out what the cost is going to be. I always try to get things that I really can't have, but this is a must. This really is a must. I have felt like I couldn't get up and go and do nothing. Although it's kind of late in the year, I'm just going to have to try to figure out how to do things. With a little help from my friends. So that's the truth. We all need a little help from our friends. Ow. But they're usually so far away. But if we still have them, that's cool, right? Yes, my heart is far away. And I guess, you know, there's a whole bunch of us like that, right? Okay, let's see what's going on in here. This is that tree. He's a little older than those other ones. You can see how he's grown. He or she. And the branches. Those are individual leaves stemming out from the same center, or they have a stem of their own. All right, so we'll go look at this baby giant over here. I don't think I've shown you the little giant today. Maybe I did. Okay. This tree right here. I can tell that's a baby. Hello.
Hi.
Do you know how old that tree is? I mean, was that there when you moved in already?
Yeah. The neighborhood is 16, so about 18 years old,
Okay.
maybe 20.
Yeah, right in there.
Yeah.
That's what my sister said. I think she was talking about 19, so you're right
Yeah,
in the
somewhere in that
ballpark.
neighborhood.
Yeah. But I can just tell it's a baby. But I guess, I don't know how long it's been there. Were the trees there? You
Yeah.
don't know?
What's that? No, they redid this whole neighborhood. This used to be a Christmas tree farm.
Oh. But it's still 19 years. So the point is I'm trying to figure out how old this tree is.
Yeah, 19 or 20.
So it was here when the beginning happened.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, still looks like a baby to me. And maybe that is compared to what they live. Anyway, have a good day.
You too.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. All right, here's some of those weird leaves, okay? I don't know if you can see it. It's got 5 pointer outers. It's all the same leaf. I don't know if those are chestnuts or not. I'm going to go around the block one more time and see what happens here. Do, 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 do. It's okay. It's okay. They're saying, no, it's not. I want to get out. I want to get out there and see you. That one that has that voice. One that keeps talking all over the place. And see, then there's the palm tree. So people have transplanted trees, you know. There's 2 palm trees. Wonder how old. They're probably about the same age. I'm gonna come around the street sign. Come out in the street. Pretty cool. See, I lived over in Vancouver quite a few years ago, but I lived in Vancouver area. And what was the point of that? I'm not really sure. Oh, okay, Cascade Park. I had a redwood tree in my backyard. Reals. I had a redwood tree in my backyard in Vancouver, Washington. So that's just above Portland, Oregon. So it wouldn't, I mean, yeah, it's still part of the same neck of the woods, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's the West Coast, Northern California, Middle California too, I think, or mid-north. I didn't know there was a redwood forest on the east side of California. Or, yeah, California. Maybe even Oregon, I don't know. Sequoia is what I want to say, but I don't know if that's the kind of tree. I think it is. Nevertheless, the redwoods are wonderful. I would love to go see them again. See if those little babies made it. I wonder how far 20 years made it. Helped them out. Has it been 20 years? It's probably been more. My daughter's 48. She just turned 48. She was, no, I don't know for a fact. Let's see, she was in the 5th and 6th grade. 5th grade. And maybe that was 4th and 5th because I was thinking it was 2 years. And maybe it was just 1. I lived on a place that had an acre of ground, and it was away from Vancouver, okay? You know how Vancouver would have a east and a west side. It was on the east side, Cascade Park. So just past Cascade park. It was like 100 and, I want to say 164th, but I'm probably wrong. Let me see. I don't know if this is the road I'm supposed to be on. I think not. I think I have to go around the corner. Yeah. I gotta quit singing. Same old song. And then earlier I started singing another song that I used to sing. Nancy says, "Why is it always that?" Well, I know why it's always that. You have fallen to. I was lost in the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. There's some words right in there I can't master. Wish I could. I can kind of remember the words, but I don't have the melody for it. It's heaven when I'm in your arms. Something about just hold me. See, I added with all your charms. But it's, and I heard you say, I would never fall in love again until I found her. I will never fall in love until it's you I fall into. That's the part right there. It's just such a pretty part. And yes, my subconscious thinks about that all the time, right? That's got to be what the deal is. You have fallen to. If you listen to the words of the song, it's like he lost her once and he doesn't want to lose her again or something like that. I need to keep walking as long as I can. So this is Nancy's house. I'm going to go to the end of the road and come back and we'll see. I do. I think that's really pretty. Kind of like that other little house I was showing you. You know, they've got the shutters, and shutters are the same color as the garage. And the bricks are just as high as the columns are. It just looks really spiffy. I like it. I don't think it was that house, but maybe it was. Because it was one of the single-story houses. Pretty. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe we'll go look at some clover. Maybe I will look at some clover. Since I already showed it to you, right? We don't want to see that again. We already saw that. You know, it's like when you repeat yourself and you're redundant. Well, that's me. But I do love the clover. I haven't seen clover in a long time. But I do think I'm going to have to go and call it quits. There's a pontoon boat. Can you see it? They've been out having fun. Back to work tomorrow, back to school for the kids. The back to work is for Nancy, and Philip worked today. So, a lot going on out there in the business world. The retail world, I can't even talk. Philip works with Ashley, I believe it's Ashley Furniture, but he doesn't just work at a retail sales place. Okay, he works at I will call it a big old warehouse. It's got all kinds of things that Ashley makes, and then everybody orders from them, and they ship it out. So there's a lot of comings and goings at that place. There's a lot of rocking and a rolling at that place. Let's see what happened over here. Let's see, poor thing. There's not going to be any more flowers. That was a pipe dream, wasn't it? Okay. There are some pretty ones left. Pretty color. But yeah, should have done that a long time ago, maybe. I really don't know my roses. That's a pretty one in there. Do, do, do. But here is a bunch of dandelions. I don't see the little fuzz tops that you blow on. I'm sure this is the dandelions. Huh. It has the same kind of leaves. Oh. See, there's a tall version of those leaves. Yeah, like these leaves right here. Isn't that the devil's lettuce or something? It's supposed to be nature's heroin, if you know how to make it. Okay. I sit down. Yeah, that song's playing in my head. It's amazing. So I was talking earlier about the kingdom and the crown, and how Philip looked it up on Audible, and it has it. So I need to look that up. I don't know what that would cost to do. Right now, I don't want to have too many things. You know, there's so many temptations out there, but for you guys, I'm telling you, I've already listened to it. It's really, 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 really good. The Kingdom and the Crown by Gerald Lund, L-U-N-D. Yeah, I don't see that I could be a writer like that. It takes it takes a gift for one thing, I think. And I don't know what it takes him to put everything together. With so many characters, you know, and sets up scenes and what's going on, who says what. And then there's the zealots. Do you guys know who the zealots are? I never knew about the zealots. Anyway, the zealots were a group of people. They were probably Jews. But they were a rebellious lot, okay? They were sick and tired of the way they were being treated. Not just them, but their families from the time they were growing up, you know, and all through history or whatever. You know, the Jews. However, I might be getting my timelines mixed up. All I know is in that it's a 3-book series, and you have to realize that part of it is fiction, and part of it is not fiction. I'm going to get that book out and see if I can't read some of it. I don't really know. I know that I could listen to it okay. So if you have the possibilities of listening to it, you should. Because it'll be perfect. Whereas if I do it, it probably won't be. I'm real good at stumbling around. If So I got to figure out how to pronounce words. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you do. And this would be back in Jesus's time, so all the different names. Anyway, zealots were, yeah, I told you already, they were tired of how they were treated. And they had like their own little secret society, okay, against Rome, I think. And also probably, maybe, against the hierarchy. The ones who thought they were in charge of the Jews, you know. So they were Jews themselves, but they put themselves above others. And they ruled. They had their rules, and then they had their punishments and all that good stuff. So I'm just saying, the zealots were getting ready for battle with those people. And everybody thought that the Savior, Jesus, when he came, was supposed to be a warrior. They thought that he was supposed to come and avenge and be, you know, I don't want to say that word for that cause, but there was a time in the Book of Mormon where the groups were both bloodthirsty. They were after the blood. They just wanted to kill. And both sides did, because, you know, you're fighting for your life, right? But that's not what was going on there. I don't think. I don't know. Because I bet you there was bondage involved. Maybe not bondage, but Rome was some way over them. Maybe like the government, you know. Probably is like the government. Anyway, it's very interesting. The point is, not all of it is fact, but most of it is. You know, the things that they know, and then they put it in story type form where you can relate. And it puts you right there. You are there with Jesus. You are there with the zealots. You are there with it all. It's really good. I don't know that I could read it, but I'll have to try. And I feel like I need some food. I haven't done good in the food department. I did eat an egg. I had a boiled egg. I've got a muffin in there waiting for me. They've got donuts. You see, donuts, however good they are sweet. And the sweet makes me sick, so. I love how it tastes, but then, you know, then comes that feeling. So no, I don't like that. It's like, what do you want the most? Do you want that little bit of good taste that only lasts for a second? You know, do you want the side effects that happen after you're done? And I'm smelling fumes. That truck is over there running, and I can smell his fumes. So I guess I need to go in the house. And I'm going to do that before I die. You guys, really, we don't want to be smelling fumes like that, okay? And even, they said, even the air fresheners that you plug into the wall, that you get to smell, I said, that's not good either. Okay, let's see, it's dark in here. I'm a mess, okay, but there I are. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and find some food. I guess I could turn this light back off. Oh, let me read these things that are around her mirror. Okay. So, I can and I will. You got this. Work hard, dream big.